just you and me. Let's go. It's been really foggy out lately.
That's not a good thing.
Just like how we started when we came here.
This is very foreboding. I don't like this.
I'd rather if we left when it was clear. Oh, what if they get ransacked, mugged, jumped?
I more think it's gonna be with the family, but yeah, that could happen too.
I don't want to go forward, dude. I'm scared.
Okay, we're forcing the maid to do this. We're forcing Isabel, so we gotta do it.
Isabel?
Isabel?
Who are you talking to? I'm talking to Giselle.
What would we call her? Abigail.
Abigail. Wow, you really threw me for the loop with Isabel. Like, who the heck is that?
No one do know. I don't know Isabel, actually. Sorry.
Neither do
I was thinking about it.
It would be terrible if the coachman rolled the carriage because you couldn't see where he was going. If there wasn't so much fog, I would probably have been able to see little columns of orange evening sunlight fighting their way through the trees. But the milky white mist seemed to swallow up all the light, leaving nothing for the surrounding area. It was rather dreary weather. I wonder when they'll be here. Although, if they never do show up, it's okay too. I was finally able to return to the capital with Michelle, to see my family again. And that was wonderful. It was like a dream come true. But it wouldn't disappoint me if that didn't end up happening. I didn't care where I ended up, as long as Michelle was there with me. That's all that matters. I should probably close the windows. The coach isn't likely to show up at night, I don't think. I reached my hands out to shut the window, which is when I saw something wavering beyond the heavy mist. Light? And it wasn't just the one. Looking closer revealed several more flickering spots.
Uh-oh.
They moved up and down, slowly but rhythmically. As more and more came into view, my mind began seeing them as people carrying torches.
The village?
Oh, I called it. They're coming this way? No, Giselle. No, they're not. Could they be our escorts back to the capital? Though. What?
I'm scared. I can't. I'm holding my breath.
I'm holding back too. I just, I don't think I can do this.
Oh.
No, I don't. Just.
And there was ropes that we heard and tortured.
Come on, Melody. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for this.
Yeah, we were warned by our viewers and by the game 20,000 times, and I said I wanted it. I don't want it. We're okay. We'll go now.
I just. Okay. As soon as the thought, there sure are a lot, popped into my head, something whizzed past my cheek. Oh my gosh. They're gonna storm It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
What? Huh? What was... Huh?
I think they got desperate enough.
Why? What? It was an arrow.
Giselle! It's the spears, but arrows now. Wait, did he get shot by arrows before?
I think they were arrows. What? The arrow had flown through the window and pierced the opposite wall. Had Michelle not knocked me out of the way?
Giselle, are you okay?
I'm fine. But what? What's going on?
Never mind that. Right now we need to run.
Huh? Wait, Michelle!
Now! There's no time to talk. Stay out of sight of the windows!
Got it! He grabbed my hand and broke into a run. A relentless storm of arrows showered through the windows we had worked so hard to get open a year ago. This wasn't what we had gone through all that effort for.
Once I open the front door, run. We have to get as far from this house as quickly as we can.
What was happening? Why did we have to run? Why were those people firing arrows at us? With the wave of questions came a wave of fear. I couldn't say anything. The sheer terror had frozen my jaw in place.
Get ready.
I nodded, squeezing his hand tight. I knew it would just be another obstacle to his safe escape, but I didn't want to let go of his hand.
Oh, we're stuck on the hands again. Oh no.
I was afraid that if I did, I would never be able to hold it again.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh, shoot.
Why didn't they, go out the back window or something?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. But how? There are people out front, too.
Dang it. Why?
Several arrows were sticking out of the floor before us. Beyond the door, which Michelle had managed to shut almost immediately, rang a cacophony of whoosh, thump, whoosh, thump. We can't escape? Why? What's going on?
Dang it!
With a deep scowl, Michelle barred the door, with all the while, the arrows kept flying. The panic in the air kept growing thicker. I don't understand. Why did they? Only a handful of people even knew about this place.
The villain, no.
Oh. This is all my fault. It's because I told the villagers about this place. They think a demon lives here, not a human. So they're here to tear down the house. They made weapons, bows just for this.
I don't. That didn't sound good.
Ah! With a deep rumble, and the ground below us shook, I almost fell to the floor.
They're trying to break down the door, it seems.
Michelle, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. Because of what I did.
No.
What?
It's not your fault, it's mine.
Michelle?
I challenged her, and because I did, she made my curse real.
What are you talking about, Michelle?
Ah!
Ah!
This way, run!
Michelle dragged me.
Sorry, this is happening here. I'm sorry. If it
My
ends here, I'm gonna be crying.
my mind is going at 1,000 miles per hour for every which direction that this can go right now.
Yeah.
And I am gonna punch something. Michelle dragged me through the mansion's corridors until we reached the chamber with the stained glass window. The waffle door, oh great. At the far end of the room sat a small door. Where does it lead? I had been aware of the door's presence, but I had never gone inside it. Something about it seemed somewhat different than the rest of the house. I wasn't sure how to describe it exactly, but it felt like shadows had taken root here.
The observation tower.
No, it is happening. A tower? But if we go up there, we're putting ourselves in a corner.
It doesn't matter where we go. They have us trapped. But there's a chance that up here...
He didn't finish that thought, however. He opened the door, leading me into the tower.
It's Morgana's.
His face, deathly pale.
I don't like the drum, dude.
Oh no, we're going up the stairs again. I don't want to be here. No, not like this. No.
It's happening again!
No.
For the record, I'm holding myself. We started running again, around and around the spiral staircase, making our way toward the top. In regular intervals along the wall were rectangular windows. A layer of fog still lay thick across the land. Peering out into it made me feel like We had been thrown into a dream world. If it weren't for the orange spots of torchlight surrounding the mansion, the silhouettes holding the torches. Is that armor? Appeared to be knights.
Oh, it's not the village. The brother is killed.
Do you think?
Maybe. He's the only one I could think of.
Oh, maybe they're in cahoots with the village. It has to be the village.
I don't know.
And the new rulers.
Yeah.
And so they want to storm it to take over the property.
Dude, there's so many things it could be.
I know.
Stop. It can't be answers. But I don't want answers because it's doomed.
We need answers. We're already here. We have to. Michelle, tell me. Why do you think this is your fault? What is your curse? Your curse? It isn't just the color of your hair and eyes, is it? There's more to it, isn't there? There's something else, isn't there? Michelle's gaze was firmly directed forward as he frantically led me up the stairs. We were breathing hard. The sound of it echoed against the tower's stone walls. Our panicked hearts were beating so hard. I was afraid they might be able to hear it outside. Eventually, we made it to the top. A pile of
Oh no, not the rope!
A pile of discarded rope lay unceremoniously at the foot of a door, presumably once used to seal it shut. The door itself was deeply weathered and rotting in places. It had obviously been left sitting in disrepair even longer than Michelle had lived here.
This is exactly what she said the last time. I'm scared.
What is this?
Inside!
Frigid air nipped at my skin, and it wasn't a pleasant, refreshing kind of cool, but a bitter, oppressive cold. This room felt unlike any other in the mansion. This is an observation tower? You can't even...
There once would have been windows allowing you to see in all directions around the mansion, but all that remains now is that tiny opening near the ceiling. That's what we saw in those places. Oh. If we hide out here, then there's a chance they might not find us. It sounds like they broke down the door. Don't worry, they won't find us. And when they give up their search, then we can get out of here. I'm sure it will all turn out all right.
Michelle's voice was quavering, as was his hand in mine. Michelle. We huddled together, feeling each other's warmth in our arms. My free hand clenched his shirt for dear life.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm to blame for this. It's all my fault you're in this mess. The pain you had to experience, your being sent to this place, and what's happening now can all be traced back to my being born. I'm so sorry.
Why was he apologizing? Why did he insist that this was his fault? Why didn't he tell me what his curse was? Why were people trying to kill us? Right, those people were trying to kill us. Putting it into words like that made the fear that much more real. The arrows they fired weren't threats. They meant to kill us. Michelle. But with Michelle trembling in my arms, I couldn't bring myself to ask those questions. What meaning would those answers even have with death lurking so close behind us? All I could do was pray. Pray that he was right, that they wouldn't find us, and we would be able to escape. However...
I hate the howevers! Over here! There's a door and stairs leading up! Dang it.
My hopes were shattered by the sound of voices from below. I could hear a faint clanking of armor. Our grips on each other tightened, and our trembling intensified.
Can you, fit out the window and, I don't know, do some parkour or something, please?
Parkour.
I don't know.
It sounds like they have a ton of people, so there's probably people surrounding the whole place as well.
That's true. How about just fly? Fly away. Be the bird. Oh, the owl bird. Oh, she's talked about a bird in this situation.
No, this is just... Fear swelled up within the tower, making us its slaves.
Giselle.
We were both terrified. And who wouldn't be? Fairy tale heroes could be magically courageous in the face of overwhelming danger, but they weren't real. The fear of my impending death, drawing nearer and nearer with each passing moment, almost drove me to madness. I couldn't think clearly. My heart was having trouble keeping up. My head was a big, white mess. We were supposed to return to the capital, start a new life, finally obtain our happiness. It was right there at our fingertips. Enough happiness to make up for Michelle's 10 years of isolation, and enough to erase that nightmare of my memory forever. What had we done to have that taken away from us? We just loved each other and wanted a quiet life together. Nothing outrageous. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die! But what scared me the most was being separated from Michelle. Hey, Michelle, what are those people really doing here? If what they're after is money or valuables, we can offer them everything in the mansion. We don't need any of it. If they don't want us to return to the capital, we can tell them we'll stay here. They might be willing to talk it over. I don't care if I lose everything else. As long as I have you, I can survive anywhere. All that mattered was that we had our lives. So long as the two of us still breathed. But...
Death! Death to the unholy one! Death to the heretic! Death to the witch!
Despair hung over us, like the fog outside. There were no heretics, no witches, no unholy ones here. But they would probably never listen to us. The moment we stepped outside of this room, we would be dead no matter what we said. Michelle, I'm all right. It's okay, Michelle, I'm not scared. You're with me, after all. I'm fine. It's all fine. So please, hold me until it's all over. Please stay with me.
Finally you speak.
Michelle? He wasn't looking at me, though. His unfocused eyes were directed upward, not toward any particular point, but wandering aimlessly. His purplish lips appeared to move as though he was speaking, but no sound came out. Hey, Michelle, are you alright? Come back to me, Michelle! I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook, but he didn't even seem to notice. No matter how many times I called to him, he didn't look down from the emptiness above. Michelle!
Giselle.
Finally, after far too long, his gaze slid down to meet mine. He looked defeated, exhausted, and corded all at once. I was scared too, but his fear seemed to have consumed him entirely.
Please, hear me out, Giselle. I never thought anything good would become of my life. I never thought I would find anyone who would truly understood me, who would be happy to have my love. And for that, I hated the world. I was in constant torment, living in the shadows. But then, a single ray of light shone down on me.
Michelle?
You, Giselle. You delivered me from the darkness. I'm scared, Giselle. I'm terrified. I used to think my life was meaningless, that it didn't matter if I lived or died. But now, I can't stop shaking.
That's perfectly normal. I'm scared to death too, but
what scares me most is losing you.
Michelle, I should have noticed. Noticed his arms were tensing up. Noticed and stopped him.
So please, allow me to repay you. I said I would do anything for you, so let me do this. I haven't given you anything. I haven't done anything for you. So give me one final chance.
Michelle! What are you doing? Get back in here, Michelle! Why the door? I can't open it! I shoved on the door, trying to go after him.
Oh, she didn't die the first time, though. She just, was there, and she's alive, and no!
Do you think what happened at the end of the fake story actually happened?
Where she made a deal with the witch?
Yeah.
Probably,
I'm
which
nodding.
is why she's the maid. Yes, probably. Most likely.
Come on. But it wouldn't budge, even in the slightest bit. It was as though there had never been a door there at all, merely a wall disguised as one. It wasn't someone holding it shut from the other side either. I pushed and I pulled with all my might, but I couldn't even manage to eke out the tiniest crack. Michelle! What did you do to the door? Come on! Get back in here! I don't want to lose you either.
Is that why it said it would have been better if they died together in the first story?
Say something, Michelle. You're out there, aren't you? Please. Please don't do anything rash. They're going to kill you if you're out there.
Giselle, the witch told me
What?
that she would ensure your safety.
Michelle, she isn't real. There is no witch talking to you. It's all in your head. A figment of your imagination created to alleviate your loneliness.
Rest assured, she does not lie.
Michelle!
Please listen. You are a wonderful woman, Giselle. Spirited, true to yourself, deeply sympathetic. You are not to blame for how difficult your life has been. Most of the fault lies with me, and a bit with my bad fortune. But that's all behind you now. Once this is over, you can start anew.
What are you talking about?
So survive. Live a good, fulfilling life. Move past this. Live your life. And always love your family. I know you can do it. That is my wish for you.
No, I don't want that. I want to be with you. No one else but you.
I don't want to let you die. There it is.
Death to the heretic.
Death to the heretic.
Death to the heretic. Get back in here, Michelle. Open the door. If my choice is to live on without you, I'd rather.
Your scars will heal. You'll find a nice man and have a wonderful family.
Why?
Thank you, Giselle, for bringing light into my world.
Don't say that.
But if there is a next life, I hope you don't mind if I pray that we're able to meet again. That we can find each other once more in another world.
Michelle!
Michelle. It is our holy duty as knights of the church to deliver punishment unto the heathen who has made a pact with the devil.
Come on, Michelle, open the door!
You are sentenced to death, your body to be hanged upon the cross for 3 days and 3 nights, wherein your unholy flesh shall be purified by the fires of heaven. Why? What are you doing here?
Open the door, Michelle, please! Listen to me. You can hear me out there, can't you?
You shall now be executed. Do you have any final words? Who is it that you're sentencing to death? Michelle Bollinger, or a demon child, naturally, or a witch, perhaps?
Please open the door. Why won't you open it? He isn't unholy or impure. He's a perfectly normal human, a very sweet man. Yes, I'm the witch. The witch isn't here. I'm the one you want to execute. Kill me! Execute me!
Now I see, Giselle. This world. Kill him! So many blades pierced my flesh. A sword in my chest, lances in my arms and shoulders, arrows in Booth.
Come on, I'm here crying. And you're making me laugh.
Arrows in both of my legs. I'm still laughing.
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Yep.
But not for him.
No, he's done. Arrows in both of my legs. I could hardly even tell what hurt anymore. There was an unpleasant sound in the tower, almost like heavy rain. It was the sound of my blood spilling onto the stone. Red. It was red, just like anyone's blood. It didn't flow into unnatural patterns. It didn't turn into black, demonic shadows. It didn't cause anyone who touched it harm. And that's why in the past story, it would have been better if it did. If it just killed everyone. It was just ordinary red blood. Regardless, this body was probably still cursed. It had to be. I couldn't hear Giselle's voice anymore. I hoped she was safe and alive. I prayed that at least she would be protected. That the witch would keep her promise. It was getting dark. Light was quickly departing from my world. Darkness, everlasting, dragged me into its pits. I believed in you.
Michelle? Michelle? Hey, say something, talk to me. Hey, what's going on? What's going on here? No, this can't be happening. An impossibly heavy thud came from beyond the door. And with it, Michelle fell silent. Then intermittent, squelching sounds as something slid down the door. No! No, that can't be! Why? Why? I pounded on the door with all my strength, but still it refused to give. The skin on my hands eventually going raw and beginning to seep blood. Why? Why should Michelle have to be killed? Tell me why. Take me with you. Please don't leave me behind. This man isn't a witch. He isn't cursed. I'm cursed, not him, so don't hang him. Don't humiliate him like that. Kill me instead. Please. Again and again and again, I pounded on the door. But the self-described knights on the other side seemed to not even be aware of my presence. They seemed unable to hear my cries. Their armor clanking with each step, they began to descend the staircase. And with it, I could hear the sound of something being dragged slowly across the floor. No, don't take him away. Stop! Don't take Michelle away from me! I'm begging you! But my pleas were in vain. My hope was for naught. The knights took him away. Took him somewhere out of my reach. For all eternity. Don't take him away from me!
Where are we?
At a stopping point. It's a terrible cliffhanger, but it's a stopping point.
Gosh.
I ruined my eyeliner just for you guys. I'm crying.
That was that was a day. I'm glad she wasn't tortured. I kind of thought she would be tortured.
I thought so too.
She doesn't deserve that.
But it's not over, so we can't say anything yet.
Yes, true. Okay, bye.